You do not arrive screaming. That is for the weak, for those who fear the cold shock of the air. You arrive with a thud. The birthing pod does not hiss open for you. The locking mechanism snaps under the pressure of your pushing. You spill onto the wet grates of the nursery floor, not a trembling infant, but a dense, heavy mass of potential violence. You are born with your eyes wide open. They are not the milky, unfocused eyes of a newborn. They are amber furnaces, already scanning, already judging. The medical drones hover, sensors whirring in alarm. Your bioreadings are spiking into the red. Muscle density, triple the standard. Bone structure, already calcifying. Aggression levels, critical. You try to stand immediately. Your legs, thick as saplings, tremble under your own impossible weight. You fall, hitting the metal hard. You do not cry out. You grunt, a low, wet sound that makes the other newborns in the surrounding pods go silent. They can smell you. Even through the sterile glass and the nutrient fluids, they smell the gene sequence of a monster. You are the genetic recall of a time before the Yautja were hunters, when they were conquerors. Your mother does not hold you. She looks at you with a primal mixture of pride and terror. She knows that you will not be a child she can raise. You are a weapon she must contain. She feeds you, but she does not groom you. She does not chitter soft lullabies. She watches your claws, already hard enough to scratch the Durasteel floor. Your childhood is a lesson in restraint. While your peers play fight, tumbling and clicking in the practice pits, you sit alone in the corner. It is not because you are an outcast, it is because you are a liability. At 4 cycles old, a sibling tries to wrestle you. He is fast, playful. He leaps onto your back. You react on instinct. You shrug your shoulders and throw him. He hits the wall 20 feet away. His collarbone shatters. The sound of the snap haunts the nursery for weeks. After that, no one touches you. You walk through the mess hall and the sea of younglings parts. They don't bully you like they do the runts. They avoid you like a natural disaster. You eat alone. You train alone. You realize early on that you are not part of the pack. You are the wall that the pack hides behind. The elders notice. They don't see a hunter. Hunters require stealth, patience, a desire for sport. In you, they see war. They remove you from the standard curriculum. You are taken to the Foundry.
The Foundry is where the enforcers are made, but even there, you are an anomaly. The training is not about skill, it is about suffering. They put you in the gravity crushers. They dial the artificial gravity to 4 times the planetary norm. Your blood feels like lead in your veins. Your heart has to beat like a pile driver just to keep you conscious. Your bones microfracture 1,000 times a day, and every night, your accelerated metabolism knits them back together, denser, stronger, heavier. You stop feeling pain as a warning signal. You start processing it as information. The left tibia is stress fractured. Compensate weight to the right. Keep moving. Combat training is brutal. They don't send you against other students. They send you against automated combat drones, heavy loaders repurposed for murder. You learn to tear metal with your bare hands. You learn that armor is just a suggestion if you hit it hard enough. You don't learn to dodge. You learn to tank. You learn to take a plasma burn to the chest so you can get close enough to rip the caster off the enemy's shoulder. You grow massive. You stand head and shoulders above the instructors. Your skin is not the mottled green of the jungle hunters. It is a dark, charred gray, thick as rhinoceros hide. Your dreadlocks are heavy ropes, sweeping back from a forehead that is a fortress of bone. Your blooding hunt is not a ritual. It is a stress test. They drop you on a death world in the outer rim, a planet of high gravity and storms of silica glass. Your target is a reaperback, a local apex predator the size of a dropship, covered in chitin plating that deflects standard plasma fire. Standard doctrine says, track it, find a weak spot, strike from advantage. You land. You do not cloak. You do not climb the trees. You walk to the center of the beast's watering hole. You activate your vocal synthesizer and emit a challenge roar that creates a shockwave in the pouring rain. The beast comes. It crashes through the ironwood trees, a locomotive of rage. It sees you, a tiny speck compared to its bulk. It charges. You do not fire your weapon. You holster your combi stick. You want to know. You need to know if you are strong enough. The impact is like 2 tectonic plates colliding. The beast rams you. You slide back 10 meters, your heels carving trenches into the rock. but you do not fall. You catch its horns, your muscles scream, fibers tearing and rebuilding in real time. You roar into its face, spitting green blood. With a heave that defies physics, you twist. The beast's neck snaps with the sound of a falling tree. You don't take the skull, it's too big. You take the main horn. You return to the ship, dragging the trophy behind you. The clan leader looks at you. There's no applause, there's no feast. He simply nods and marks your file. Assets confirmed. Years turn into cycles. You become a myth, but not the kind younglings aspire to be. You are the breaker. When a colony is overrun, they send you. When a bad blood clan establishes a fortress, they send you. You do not hunt for sport. You do not understand the thrill. For you, combat is labor. It is heavy lifting. You walk into fire. You crush the threat. You leave. You see the jungle hunters with their polished trophies and their stories of the one that almost got away. You feel nothing for them. Nothing gets away from you. There is no sport when you are the strongest thing in the room. You are respected, yes, but you are not loved. No female approaches you for a mate. Your pheromones are too aggressive, too intimidating. No hunting party invites you. You steal all the glory simply by existing. You spend your downtime in the cryo chambers, sleeping the dreamless sleep of a weapon in storage, waiting to be deployed. Then comes the message. It is encrypted with the highest clearance, coming directly from the Matriarch Council on Yautja Prime. It is not a hunt. It is a suicide run. The Rot, they call it. An ancient engineer vessel, drifting from the dark void between galaxies, is on a collision course with the primary trade routes of the galaxy. It is leaking a pathogen, an aggressive, mutating strain of the black goo that doesn't just create monsters, it rewrites planetary biospheres in hours. If it reaches the populated sectors, it will wipe out 3 sentient civilizations, and eventually the infection will reach Yautja Prime. They cannot blow it up from a distance. The ship's shields are powered by a singularity. They cannot send a fleet. The pathogen infects organic ships. They need one operative, someone with the density to survive the radiation, the strength to manually breach the singularity core, and the will to die doing it. They chose you, not because you are the best hunter, but because you are the most expendable asset with the highest probability of success. You have no family, no clan that will mourn. You are just biomass and armor. You accept. You do not ask for a reward. You do not ask for your name to be etched in the Hall of Ancestors. You simply load your gear, you take a one-man drop pod, you punch through the atmosphere of the engineer ship. The impact crumples the nose of your pod, but you kick the door open. The air inside is thick with spores. The walls are breathing. The crew of the ship, engineers, twisted and mutated by their own creation, swarm you. They are large, pale giants, now distorted into horrors of extra limbs and weeping sores. This is not a fight, it is a meat grinder. You activate your overdrive. Your armor injects a cocktail of stimulants and pain suppressors directly into your spine. You become a blur of violence. You use your plasma caster until it overheats and melts on your shoulder. You tear it off and use it as a club. You lose your mask to a crushing blow from a mutated engineer. Your face is exposed to the toxic air. You cough up blood, but you keep moving. You reach the core. The heat is unbearable. It is a miniature star contained in a glass field. The Guardian is waiting, a massive, fully armored engineer, untouched by the rot, guarding the pilot's seat. He is fast, he is strong, he breaks your left arm, he impales you with a vibration spear. You look down at the spear in your chest. You laugh. It is a wet, gurgling sound. You grab the spear, pulling him closer. He looks into your eyes and sees something he didn't expect. He expects fear. He expects a warrior's honor. He sees only the void. You headbutt him, your cranial ridge against his helmet. Once, twice. The helmet cracks. You drop your shoulder and drive him into the containment field. He screams as the singularity tears him apart. You are dying. The spear is still in your chest. The ship is destabilizing. You have minutes before the core collapses and implodes the entire vessel into a micro black hole. You drag yourself to the console. You override the navigation. You point the ship away from the galaxy into the deep, empty dark. You lock the controls. You sit down. The pain is fading now, replaced by a cold numbness. You look out the viewport. You see the stars, millions of them. Somewhere out there are the worlds you just saved. The Yautja clans hunting in the jungles, the humans building their cities, the species that will never know your name. You engage your wrist computer. You could send a final transmission. You could record a roar of triumph. You could demand they remember you. Your finger hovers over the button. You realize they wouldn't understand. They are hunters. They play a game. You were the work. You were the foundation. Foundations are buried underground. They are not meant to be seen. You canceled the transmission. You lean back against the breathing wall of the ship. You close your amber eyes. For the first time in your life, the noise stops. The urge to fight stops. The ship implodes. A silent white flash in the corner of the galaxy. On Yautja Prime, a sensor officer notices a blip on the long-range scanners. A gravitational anomaly in Sector 9 disappeared. "What was that?" a young blood asks. The elder looks at the screen. He sees the ID code of your pod vanish. He knows what happened. He knows the galaxy was just days away from extinction, and now it is safe. He deletes the log. "Nothing," the elder says. "Just a glitch. Get back to training." The young blood nods and returns to his practice. You are gone. No statue is raised. No song is sung. The galaxy continues to spin, loud and chaotic, completely unaware that it owes its breath to the monster who died in the dark. You are the alpha. And in the end, your dominance was so absolute, you didn't even need them to know you existed.